Hello, beach friends. I love telling stories. These weekly beach visits, they're kind of like little stories I get to tell each week. Some are about the shells, some are about the critters, and some are about what the tide leaves behind. But today's story is a little different. Today, I'm going to ask you to indulge me for just a minute because I've actually been working on two projects. One is this channel, learning more about shells, tides, habitats, and the incredible little creatures we get to see out there. And the other project is me. Remember that amazing cold front that recently came through? Well, I went out the very next day to see if I could get a repeat performance. It was amazing. I saw so many cool critters and found so many awesome shells. And then I accidentally deleted 99% of the footage. Now, there was a time when something like that would have ruined my day. Heck, something like that would have ruined a few days for me, but this time it didn't. I went straight into fix-it mode. Calm, clear, capable. Okay, I deleted the footage, but I still have the shells. There was no spiral, no harsh self-talk, no beating myself up. And afterward, I realized something. A lot has changed for the better. It has taken practice. But now I treat myself like someone I love because that's what self-love actually is. It's not something you declare. It's how you respond when you make a mistake. It's how you show up for yourself when things don't go as planned. Because if this lady from New Jersey can learn to respond differently, to choose calm instead of criticism, then I truly believe anyone else can too. So yes, today we will be looking at shells, but I'll be picking the shells out of my rinse bucket instead of on the beach. But I will share what little footage I did manage to keep from that day that I think you need to see. So thank you for letting me share why this video is going to take place mostly at my home and not at the beach. And I have not seen what is in this bucket since that day a few weeks ago. And if I remember correctly, there's a couple of pretty good sized whelks in there. So if you're ready to see what all is in this bucket for us today, let's go to the beach. Okay, I kind of want to set the scene. So this was the day before. This was Sunday, February 1st, and there was a cold front that had come through. Now, I was kind of gambling going out on Sunday. I was so glad I did. But I was feeling pretty confident that the following day was going to be pretty epic. So I ran up to Captiva and I went down to the beach. There was no rack line, so I got back in my car, went to a different location. This is also Captiva. This is the south end at Turner. I zoomed in, no rack line, I'm out of here, because I knew the day before that rack line and everything that was there. So I went back to that same location. I tried to go somewhere different and it didn't work out. I really wanted to find shells. So that is a live pear whelk, which I think is interesting that the animal is white compared to lightning whelk, which is black. That was a live banded tulip. So again, because I'm in the same location that I was the day before, I guess we didn't miss that much. I mean, that's not true. There was lots of different stuff. So this little purple, that's a live lightning whelk. And the sea cucumbers, they were so cool. I'm glad I got it on my second camera though. So sea cucumbers, I think they're fabulous. One end is their mouth and one end is their butt. And I have no idea which end is which. And I'll tell you a little more about them in just a second. I love They're so soft and squishy. And then that was just a chestnut turban. Now, when they feel threatened, what they do is they push all their guts out and they go, you know, whatever is going to try to eat it. It's like, here, eat my guts. And it's kind of like a diversion tactic. And then it regrows its guts and then moves along. So I just think they're so wild. Plus, they're really soft. It's hanging out with the horse cock. So good. So this is my second camera. My first camera ran out of battery. I whipped out my second camera. So that's why we're able to see a little bit. That's going to be alive. It was an assumption, but a pretty good one just because the color. So when it's really vibrant like that, it's pretty good chance you're looking at a live critter. Okay, so this was an octopus. I put my hand down and it grabbed onto me. So I know it is alive and it's just hiding. You know, it's hiding in the top of this shell, probably a lightning whelk. So I'm just going to deposit it in this like little tide pool. At this point, this is the end of my walk. Like I said, ran out of battery, so I'm just kind of capturing what I can. It was really hard to leave the beach. This little octopus has company. It was really hard to leave the beach because it was just so fabulous. So many shells, so many critters. It was so fun. All right, another two pair whelks. I don't know why I'm showing you the other one. It's broken. And I think that was a chestnut turban we saw a flash of. Okay. So, yep, tide's coming in. It was a pretty good low tide. And I did start really early. Kind of for naught because I went and deleted the footage, but that's okay. Still have the shells. I'm going to figure this out. So here is the delightful bucket of shells that we'll go through. So at least we get to see all the treasures that were out there. All right, there's the haul. We'll go through this. I mean, it's still, there's a ton of beautiful, look at that. So there's a true moon snail, a shark eye moon snail, not a false shark eye. Oh, I'll show you. I just wanted to, this is, I got this at Harbor Freight. So it's kind of like a dental pick, but it's got a handle on it. So this is, I love this thing. So I use that a lot. And I'm just gonna, just to show you, I use that sometimes to clean up some of these shells. All right, we have a pear whelk. Nice color on that. Kind of funny. Here's another one, a little bit lighter. And then a paper fig. So we know Sanibel is great for the paper figs. Let's see, we have another paper fig. So apparently there was some alphabet cones. So I'll use, yeah, I'll worry. Wait, no, I got out. All right, excellent. So nice alphabet cone. I don't remember finding alphabet cones. Oh, look at this. So there's a true tulip, very nice. I'm going to probably try to address some of that barnacle or beach stuff. Beautiful true tulip, beautiful. What else do I see? Here's another chestnut turban. Pretty color on that. Let's see, I see lots of tulips. Here's another shark eye. Very nice. Let's see. 2 for 1. I could try to rinse these as I'm doing them. So yeah, there is definitely a bunch of tulips in here. Let me see if I can root around and find anything that I really, really need to. Maybe one of those orange ones are in here. Let's see. Okay, I didn't find any yet of the banded tulips I wanted to show you, but we have another true tulip. It's a little beat up. I don't mind. The true tulips, I'm a little bit more forgiving. It's okay if it's got a couple little dents and scrapes and stuff. So, all right, back to the banded tulips. So not on this layer. I haven't found any of the, like those real orange ones, but I don't know if I don't remember if there is or not. So there's a couple more true tulips, or banded tulips rather. Here is a true tulip. There's another true. Very nice. I see an angel wing. It managed to survive. It's got some beach stuff on it, so that'll go into, I'll put that in bleach. So nice angel wing. I see another one. Yep. Oh, shoot. Is that a hole? No. No, just some discoloration. So we'll bleach for that one. Let's see. I see another angel wing. So another. Nice variety. I do remember, I was so bummed when I deleted it.
All right, that one's a little broken. I might pass on that one. So I'll kind of put that to the side. There's another cone, another alphabet cone. Oh boy, yeah, well, I guess I decided to hold on to it anyway. It's not pristine, although when you hold it like that, perhaps that's what I was thinking. So there's another alphabet cone, another shark eye. Those Paul Newman shark eyes, very nice. A true shark eye. Here's another one. That's a false shark eye. Oh, that's a mess. It's got like some gunk in there. Yeah, so we'll put that over on the to be cleaned pile. Let's see, fighting conchs. So yeah, I don't know that there would ever be a day where I would not pick up fighting conchs. Let's see. Oh, look at this. So that's a true tulip. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's really pretty. Beautiful, yeah. A little bit of gunk on there. So it'll go into the cleanup pile. There's a little shark eye. All right, I see some of the, I think are maybe bigger whelks. There we go. There's a lightning whelk. Not, yeah, that's a good size. It's a good sized lightning whelk. Oh, chalky lucine. They're rather bulbous. I don't know. I think it's the shape that I like about them. They're just kind of like a beach bowl light, like a kind of a white beach bowl. So I think they're kind of cool. All right, I'm going to dig around, see if I, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. See if I can find something pretty spectacular in here. I'm going to say that is pretty spectacular. Look at that. And I got a lot of moon snails the day before too. That's really cool. All right, I'm going to root around and see if I can find something super cool. Would that qualify as super cool? I think so. Again, like finding those bigger moon snails for me, it doesn't always happen. Those last couple days were so fun. All right, I'm going to keep looking for super cool. Maybe not super cool, but pretty dang cool, huh? Yep, big old lightning whelk. Oh, that's great. That is just great. We'll need some bleach, but that's okay. Gorgeous. Lightning whelk. All right, I kind of was rooting around the bottom of the bucket. That's probably where all the bigger stuff is. Nice. Pear whelk. And that had happened the day before, too. The pear whelks and the apple murex. There were so many. Wow, look at the color on that one. That's beautiful. Oh, there's something in there. All right, let's put these down. Our little apple murex. All right, they wanted to hang out together, understandably. All right, let me clean those up and move on to the next shells. There's some nice fighting conchs. A little bit different. I like the spikier ones, the ones that kind of got some spines on it. This one's pretty though. So yeah, we have some fighting conchs. Oh, look at the, wait, oh, that's it. Nice. Oh, and we know what that is. That thing there, that's the byssus from a jingle. So we'll pop that in bleach, but I'll worry. That's a problem for a little bit later. Not that it's a problem per se. Another shark eye. Oh, I must have been going bananas. Oh, that's so cool. Huh? Let's see. Next up, I see another true tulip. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Oh, that's gorgeous. Beautiful true tulip. Yeah, this shelling is unbelievable. Another nice lightning whelk. The Sinistra fulgur sinistrum. Very, very nice. I see a little horse conch in here. Yep, I guess, yeah, I love this. Maybe just a little bit bigger. It's a little beat up, but you know, with the hold it like this. Yeah, it's great. Probably bleach that. And fabulous horse conch. All right, I see another, wow, rather purple. All right, oh, and a gaudy, I see some, all right, let's get beautiful color on that aperture. That is gorgeous. It's a little at the bottom, that's okay. That is beautiful. Yeah, I definitely, I was definitely having a good time out there. See another angel wing. Get that out. Here's another whelk. It's in there. A moon snail. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. Gorgeous. Really beautiful. Okay, paper fig, buttercup lucine, moon snail, buttercup lucine. It's going to get a little murkier. I probably, by the time I take everything left is going to be apple murex, I'm sure. There's a lot of murex in there. So here's another lightning whelk. I feel like there's a little bit more variation in these shells than the day before. Another fighting conch. Oops, there's a lightning whelk. All right, let me see if I can find something interesting, something maybe we haven't seen quite yet. Okay, we've seen, oh dear, yeah, that just popped apart. But all right, so we have some scallops. That'll need to have a date with bleach. I saw another no, I thought that was a true tulip. Pretty though. There's a banded tulip. The Centura hunteria. We do have more figs in here. I see another angel wing. And yeah, figs, whelks. Let's see, let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's pretty. Definitely have a date with bleach with that one. Pretty though. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's another true. Let's take a look at that. That's nice, one of those chocolate ones. It's a little, it's okay. Perfect. Perfect for me. I see another little horse conch. Aww. Yep. Nice. Pretty orange one. And let's see. There's another. Wow, look at the color on that. That's pretty. And looks like whelks, apple murex, moon snails, a couple more scallops. All right, so just it looks like more of what we've seen so far, but still just more than I've seen in a long time. So that was really fun. So I'm going to pick through here, and again, anything spectacular, I'll pause and we'll go through that together. Okay, there was just a few things I did want to show you. So apparently there was a couple of colorful moon snails, which was kind of, well, I love them. Second favorite seashell, so I'm happy about those. Some nice pear whelks, the dark color on that, very pretty. Oh, I wanted to show you this fighting conch. I just kind of, I like the way that's kind of pointy, so I thought that was swell. We didn't talk about calico clams. That one's got worse for wear, but there were a couple of calico clams. There was a nutmeg. I think we talked about nutmegs, but there was another one. There was also another cone, tiny bit beta, alphabet cone, and then a Florida cone. You know how those bad boys are. That one's not too bad. And then that was a kind of nice lightning whelk on the darker side. That's where it gets its name from, the juvenile ones. Allegedly, those lines look like lightning. Buttercup lucine. Couple of calico scallops that I thought were pretty. And then we have one more chestnut turban and a little fighting conch. So I'll go ahead and spread these out like we do at the end of it. Again, that was super fun. I like to share it from the beach, so it is what it is. I'll go ahead and lay out these shells, and they're a beautiful big layout. Oh, actually, we need to talk about garbage first.
Yes, so there was a little bit of garbage. Now, this bottle that I found, I'm not going to throw it out. I am going to consider it in the total of stuff I removed from the beach, but I actually think it's pretty cool, and I found one like that in the past. So I am going to actually hold on to that. But that I'm going to throw away. So the 15.75 ounces, I'm going to add to the overall total with all of this garbage. So today's garbage came in at 2.2125 pounds of garbage, and that means in total I'm getting there, a little over 88 pounds of garbage I've removed from the beach. And there was a couple of other goodies. There were those urchins, the chestnut turbans, and a button shell there. Here are some pear whelks, some lightning whelks, lovely horse conchs, paper figs, and a bunch of them too. That was very nice. Calico scallops, fighting conchs, colorful moon snails, shark eye moon snails, Here are the apple murex. There were a couple of those. The calico clams. There's one lettered olive, some banded tulips. There are some buttercup lucines, two nutmegs, that chalky lucine, the angel wings, the true tulips. So it was great. I just wish I didn't delete the footage. So, and I didn't want to give up. I mean, I could have. I could have just thrown my hands up and said, you know what, just forget it. Forget it even happened. But I wanted to share because it was still really exciting. So I don't know. Let me know how I did. I am a little curious. I was curious how this was going to go. I'm not going to do it again. This was not my preference obviously is to physically be out there and showing you the environment. We didn't get beach time. I realize it's not ideal, but guess what? Next week, we're going to Kais. So, Patreons, because of you and your generosity, I can keep this going every week. So, next week, we're headed to Kais, and this happened the day after. So, I went shelling 3 days in a row to really kind of maximum that cold front that came through. So, next week, we are headed off to Kais. Until then, I hope you have yourself a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.